You can take a moment to cross your legs, get yourself grounded. Shift your shoulders back over your hips. Slow the breath way, way, way down. So we've got a new moon. So this sort of period of emptying out. Clearing it out. Let's curl our tongues if you can, that is, for a little Shitali pranayam. So if you can't curl your tongue, make a little O shape with your mouth. We're going to slurp the breath in. Close the mouth at the top, take a pause, a sacred pause, and then empty out through the nose slowly. And again, slurping the breath in. Savoring it for a beat and emptying out through the nose. Take another few rounds. Shitali pranayam. Great for the second chakra and for cooling your body down. A good one for these dry, hot days. The Indian summer vibes are real strong right now. One more slurp. Hold it. We'll exhale for Om. Beautiful. You can let your eyes open. Come out to all fours. If you need to sit on a block, you could, or sitting on the heels in Vajrasana. We're going to take our strap right away, strap, scarf, whatever you have, whatever you're working with. And we're going to floss our shoulders, clear out the plaque in the shoulder joints. So take your hands shoulder width or beyond. Some of us are going to be like way out here. Yeah. It's going to be as wide as it needs to be. Take your arms all the way back. And then all the way forward. And keep it going, back and forth. Oh, goodness. There it is. Yeah, so you're making space in the joints, warming up the synovial fluid, stretching open the heart muscles there. You can start to bring the whole spine into the dance, adding spinal flexes. Beautiful. So the extensors work to move you into the back bend, the abdominals work to move you into that contraction, that cat-like shape. So dancing back and forth between these two extremes. It's like the waxing and waning of the moon. And everything moves in cycles. All right, now take your hands shoulder width for real. You could double up your strap or your scarf just so there's not so much length to deal with. Yeah, just keep it simple. And then bring your left elbow behind your head, right arm acts like a little weight out to the side. Draw the bottom front ribs in, engage your abdominals, go long in both directions through your spine. Take a few breaths. You can let your eyes turn in and up to the brow, tapping into the third eye space there energetically. All right. Apparently, this is a particularly intuitive time with Mercury in retrograde during Scorpio season. So there's that, or in Scorpio, I should say. So Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, psychic times. So if you're getting hit with a lot of information, maybe listen to that. And then you're gonna bring your arms around in front of your body and kind of loop around to your left. Yeah, there you go. So you get to swirl around through the chest. So good. Take the arms straight back up. Bring your right elbow behind your head, left hand down. Lift your chin slightly, rein in the rib cage, and take a deep breath. Notice where your release valves are, where you're sort of letting the alignment go, and see if you can bring it back in. Organize your joints, your bones. And we'll come around to the right in that loop-de-loop. You can put your strap aside. Come out to all fours. Start to circle around to the right on all fours. So you're warming up the wrists and the knees with this. And then circle around to your left. Head and tail lift, breathing in. Contract on the breath out. A few simple cat-cows, exaggerating the spaces in between. Inhale, head and tail lift. Start to move your shoulders forward of your hands. So you're kind of leaning out, almost like you're headbutting something invisible. And then knees, chest, chin. Slide through to baby cobra. Stretching the abdominals. Press back over your knees. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees just an inch or two off the mat on your exhale. And take a deep breath in. On your next exhale, hinge your hips back. So you make a straight line from the wrists to the hips. Take another breath in here. So the chest is sort of cascading out over the thighs. And then with your next exhale, start to straighten through your legs. So it's nice and slow. Then reach through the palms, pick up the armpits, find some buoyancy through the upper arm bones. So it's a nice sort of suspended feeling here in your down dog versus the dumping that does tend to happen for some of us here. You roll out the plank pose with a breath in, like a wave. Knees, chest, chin again, breathing out. Cobra, inhaling, climb up through the heart space. Press back over your knees a little faster. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, hinge your hips back, and then lengthen your legs out. From here, send your right leg to the sky. Circle the right foot one way and then the other. Bend the right knee, roll the hip open, and even out through your shoulders, please. Drawing the bottom front ribs back into the body. You're going to straighten the right leg out, rotate the toes down, and look forward. So you square the hips. And then draw your right knee to your nose and step it forward to the top of the mat. Good morning. Lower your left knee down. Yeah. Hook your thumbs. Inhale. Anjaneyasana. Lift it up high. So you're kind of threading up into this crescent moon shape. Now see if you can bring your hands together with the thumbs crossed and bend the elbows and lean back on your forearms like you're resting your head on a little pillow. So it's a headrest. Then you can support the neck, which is nice. When you come out of it, slice your arms right on the inside of the right foot and down. Bring your left heel underneath you. So you turn to the left side. Wrap your left arm behind your back, darlings, and see about yogi toe lock with the right hand. Let your head fall to the right. Breathe into the left shoulder, that space between your left earlobe. Stretch the neck. It's pretty good. Good. From here, swing the left arm back overhead to the top of the mat. Tuck your left toes. So you turn your left toes to the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your right arm. So low lunge twist. Stack the knee over the ankle and get super sharp through the left inner thigh. Yeah. Downward loving dog. Step it back. Come into a nice balanced foundation through the arms and legs. Roll out to plank pose, breathing in. Lower knees, chest, chin, breathing out. Slide through to your baby cobra. Press back, downward facing. Left leg to the sky, inhaling. Circle your left foot one direction, and then the other. Bending through the left knee, roll the hip open. Again, you're lifting out of the shoulders, out of the wrists. And then straighten the left leg, breathing in, gaze forward, square your hips. Exhale, draw the left knee to the nose, step your left foot to the top of the mat. Right knee lowers. Hook the thumbs, rise up. Anjaneyasana, breathing in. Bend through the elbows, lean your head back against your forearms on the breath out. Slice through space, bring your hands to the inside of the left foot. Right heel comes underneath you. Wrap your right arm behind the back. Yogi toe lock, head releases to the left. Feel how the inside of the left thigh is sort of supported by the back of the left arm. So there's that point of contact there that can help you rotate your hip open a little more. But lean into the side bend here too. Oh, so yummy. Now the right arm's going to reach back overhead in a big arc. Right hand to the top of the mat. Tuck the right toes. Lift the right knee. Circle the left arm to the sky. Breathing in. Wringing out your organs here. Step it on back to downward facing dog. Breathing out. Plank pose on your inhale. Knees, chest, chin on your exhale. Upward facing this time. Breathing in. Downward facing, breathing out. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Bend the right knee, breathing out. Inhale, straighten your right leg, square the hips, look forward, and step it through. Back knee down, hook the thumbs, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, bend the elbows and lean back into a little bit more of a heart opening. Slice it to the inside. Take your left heel underneath you. We're going to take a little bit of a different variation now. Take your left hand to the back of the mat and your right hand to the top of the thigh. So now we're side bending the other way. So you're using your right hand to help externally rotate the right hip. Head release, neck release. So you're tipping away from the right leg toward the back of the mat. Oh, so good. Now shift your weight into your left hand. So come toward the back of the mat. Lift your right arm. Lift your right heel. Now see if you can lift your right knee. So you're just kind of floating here. Balancing on the left hand and the left shin. Bring your hips forward. Now circle your right arm overhead to the back of the mat. Shoot your right leg back. Tuck your right toes. Left knee to the nose. We're facing the back of the mat. Pick up your left knee. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Inhale, step your right leg up to meet your left. Flat back at the back of the mat. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Rise up to stand, beauties. Breathing in. Pull your hands through prayer. Gorgeous. Hook your thumbs. Inhaling, arc upwards. Lift the frontal hip points as you tip into your back bend. And then swan dive forward, exhaling. Deep bow into yourselves at the back of the mat. Step your right leg back on an inhale, getting long through the spine in both directions. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Roll through plank pose, breathing in. We're gonna lower halfway for chaturanga here. Push off your feet, splash the heart open, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, right back over your toes for Adho Mukha Svanasana. Send your left leg high with your next breath in. Bend your left knee, roll the hip open. Inhaling, straighten the left leg out. Rotate your left hip and toes down and gaze forward. Exhale, step it through. Right knee lowers to the mat. Hook the thumbs. Arc it up, Anjaneyasana. Bend the elbows, lean back, breathing out. Slice your arms on the inside of the left foot. Bring your right heel underneath you. So we're leaning away from the left leg here. Take the heel of the hand on top of the thigh. Release the head and neck. So give yourself a little sweet pressure there. I love how you can kind of get into the QL with this one. Even the glutes. Gluteus medius maybe. That's what I'm feeling anyway. Now shift your shoulder back over the right wrist. So you lift up, lift your left arm, lift your left heel, lift your left knee. Try to keep it spacious. Just hanging here in the balance. Left arm overhead. Take it down as you rotate the left toes to the back of the mat. Pick up your right knee. Take it to your nose. Step your right foot forward to the top of the mat. Super. Inhale, step your left leg up to meet your right, Ardha Uttanasana. And release, head straight down towards your toes. Come on up to stand, breathing in. Namaste. Hook your thumbs, arcing upwards, inhaling. Lift your frontal hip points. Dive forward, exhaling, deep bows. Step your left leg back, breathing in. Downward facing dog, breathing out. Plank pose on your inhale. Lower halfway for chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha, inhaling. Adho Mukha, exhaling. Right leg high. Bend the right knee, roll the hip open, breathing out. Inhale, straighten it out, look forward, square the hips, and step it through. Back knee down, swing up, Anjaneyasana. Bend the elbows, breathing out, and lean back. Slice it through. This time you're taking it to the back of the mat. Bear with me here. Try to catch yogi toe lock. I'm actually going to come up to the fingertips. See if you can extend your right leg this time. I know it's a lot, but try it. Yeah. Shooting the moon. Swing your right toes back, right hand down, left knee to the nose at the back. Step your left foot through. Inhale, right leg up to meet your left at the back. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up to stand, breathing in. Hands to the heart, breathing out. Hook the thumbs, arc it up. Inhaling, swan dive, exhaling. Right leg back. Chaturanga, go direct. Upward facing to downward facing. Left leg high. Step it through. Back knee down. Hook your thumbs. Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Bend the elbows on the exhale. Slice it through the inside. Turn your right leg underneath you. Now take it to the back of the mat right away. You can tent the right finger. See if you can catch yogi toe lock with the left hand. And extend the left leg. Lifting the hips, lifting the heart. Like a bow and arrow. Release it, tuck the left toes, left hand down, right knee to the nose. So a deep core contraction, right foot forward. Inhale up to your flat back. Exhale, release your head and chest. Rise up to stand, rooting through the legs and feet. Namaste. Hook the thumbs, arcing up, breathing in. Dive forward, breathing out. Left leg back, inhale, chaturanga, exhale. Urdhva Mukha, breathing in, and Adho Mukha. Take a full breath in here, and a lion's breath out. Bend through the knees deeply. Inhale, glance forward between the hands. Step or float your way there on your exhale. Inhale to a flat back. And take a deep bow into your legs. Let's rise up to stand, beauties. Have a moment in Tadasana. Just wipe it clean. And feel what you feel. Flashes of light, colors, vibration, movement. The flow of prana, a shift of energy, whatever it is, just be aware, right? It's about awareness. Increasing our awareness. Instead of numbing out or checking out. We can hook our thumbs for Utkatasana, dropping nice and low, breathing in. And bend the elbows, reach your prayer between your shoulder blades and lift your gaze. Inhale. And then swan dive from there. Catch your hands behind your back and let the arm bones spill overhead. Deepening your forward bend and opening the shoulders in extension. Inhale to your flat back. Step or float your way back. Chaturanga Dhanasana. Urdhva Mukha, inhaling. Adho Mukha, exhaling. Right leg to the sky, let's go direct. Step it through, breathing out. Back heel down, beauties. Warrior one, hook the thumbs and take it straight up, breathing in. Feel the tailbone long beneath you. Bend the elbows and lean back on the breath out. Yeah, so you're taking a little slice. Good. From here, interlace your hands so the arms go wide. Ooh. Lift your chest. That's right. Devotional warrior. Drop your head low on the inside of the right foot. Hug the right hip back a lot. Take a moment, working your feet into the earth there, carving the belly in and up. Now you can take your left hand to the mat, turn to the right, and stack your feet, side plank. Very steady, stack the left shoulder over the left wrist. Right hip over the left hip. Right ankle over the left ankle. Inhale, reach your right arm overhead. Find the length. You can go through chaturanga or to downward dog, depending on what your body needs right now. Yeah. So take it or leave it from here on out, all right, sweeties? Left leg high, breathing in. Step it through. back heel down, hook your thumbs, Virabhadrasana 1. It's a powerful upward current when you rise up like that, isn't it? Bend the elbows and lean back into your forearms, but keep the strength of center to support the big open heart there. And then the arms go wide, interlace your hands, other index finger on top, the one that feels weird, and come into your devotional warrior. Full breaths in and out. Hugging the left hip back, spiraling the inner right thigh back, bowing deep into your devotional practice, right? It's a sadhana. It's a daily sadhana, your devotional practice. Connecting to what you're devoted to. What are you in service to? Take your right hand down. Spin to side plank, Vashisthasana, facing the left side of your mat. Take a big breath. Inhale the left arm overhead. Swivel to downward dog or chaturanga, depending on what you need today. Right leg high, beauties. Step it on through. Warrior 1, hook your thumbs, go direct. Bend the elbows, lean back. Inhale, interlace your hands. Exhale, devotional warrior. Woo. You're gonna reach your left arm forward. Inhale, turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out. Exhale, 2 to the back. Peaceful warrior here, but catch your left wrist with your right hand. So you're encircling the left wrist with your right hand. And I'd like you to drop a little deeper into your peaceful. So the left elbow bends and you're able to kind of drag yourself into that side bend, but keep the left knee at 90 degrees. So kind of like we did with the strap, you're gonna loop around. How about now? I think my
sound went off for a little bit, but now it's back, I think.
Okay, you know what? I think my microphone ran out of batteries. I
didn't okay. It was just a close.
So what were we in? Where did I leave you guys?
Like, I was looking at this one. I was
Skandasana.
like,
Okay, so Skandasana with your right foot forward at the front of the mat. And then tree pose, left hand down, Vashisthasana with tree. David's there. David is still there. David's
so
been for like 45 minutes now. Yeah, so Vashisthasana with tree. Yes, beauties. Okay, step it back, wild thing. Yeah, arc it open. Beautiful. And then come around, maybe a 3-legged chaturanga, maybe no chaturanga, maybe child's pose. You do you. Yep. Babies ran out of batteries. Sorry about that. Okay. Take a big breath in. Let out a lion's breath. We'll sink back up here. Left leg to the sky. Step it through. Warrior 1, hook your thumbs. Go right up.
Yeah. And then bend the elbows and lean your head back on your forearms. Gorgeous. Draw your elbows a little closer together and up, Lydia. There you go. And then swim the arms wide, interlace your hands. Take the other index finger on top and come into your devotional warrior. Mm-hmm. Your right arm is going to swing forward. Circle the left toes in, right toes out. Warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Boop, boop, boop. So spiraling around. Gorgeous. Peaceful warrior at the back of the mat. Catch your right wrist with your left hand and drop deeper into it. I love this little moment. So you're descending your right thigh bone down and leaning way away from it. Opening the lats and the intercostals. So much goodness. And then loop around, forearm to the right thigh, left arm long. Lift the navel in and up and lengthen your tail. And from here, you can bring your right fingertips down to the mat. And stretch through the left waist. Letting the weight down through the right heel. Now circle the left hand down. The left toes turn out. So you're using your hands. It's very supported to move into your skandasana to the front of the mat. I feel like, well, for me, I'm just so hypermobile. Like when people fly in and out of skandasana, it just doesn't feel safe for me. So I like to transition into it sweetly. Yeah, if you can bring your hands to the heart, great. If you need to keep your hands in front of your body for support, do that too. So your pelvic floor is lifting. Mula Bandha definitely needs to be engaged here. Reach up through the crown. Try to pick the ribs off your hips. Okay. And then when we come around through our low lunge, right, you do have to pick yourself up. Plant your right hand down. Grab a hold of your left ankle. Bring it into your tree. And find a nice sense of edge through the pinky toe side of your right foot, lifting your right hip. You can step it back for Wild Thing. Maybe you're high up on the ball of the left foot, breathing in, turn your heart up, and then come around in a way that is non-violent for your body. In ahimsa, people, ahimsa. Beautiful. I'm going to add on a little triangle and such. So right leg high. Step it through. Hook the thumbs. Virabhadrasana 1. Bend the elbows. Tilt your gaze up. Inhale the hands in interlace. Exhale into devotional warrior. Circle it to the side, breathing in. Right toes turn in. Left toes turn out. Warrior 2 to the back. Peaceful, grab a hold of the left hand and lean away from yourself. Now straighten up to your left leg and lean back a little further. Same pathway, you're cutting down, sort of looping around the front body. Bring your left hand to your ankle, bring your hips forward, and then sweep your right arm straight up to the sky, your Trikonasana. So you bring yourself into the same plane. Full breathing, tipping the right hip up over the left hip. Circle your right arm overhead, slice it down. Right toes turn out. Skandasana, using your hands to get you there. Plant the right fingers at the front of the mat though. Inhale the left arm up. See about wrapping your arms around your right shin for a bind this time. It may or may not work, but you can add a head and neck release. Now pick ourselves up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Check this out. It's a little special. See if you can take your right foot just behind your right wrist and the right knee on the back of the arm. So like you're doing a one-legged crow. And in fact, we are going to do one-legged crow, but not the variation you think we're doing. Slide your left leg forward. kick it forward and see if you can balance here. The right knee bent, the left leg forward out in front of you. Extra credit, shoot the right leg back, Kundalini. We'll meet in child's pose. How about them apples? Take a rest. Slow down the breath. That was a little surprise for you. Little Thursday surprise. Inhale up to all fours. Downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky. Step it through to the top. Back heel down. Hook your thumbs. Take it straight up. Virabhadrasana 1. Bend the elbows, lean back. And release your hands, breathing in. Devotional warrior, breathing out. Circle the right arm forward, turn your left toes in, 2 to the back. Peaceful, catch your left wrist or right wrist in the left hand. Find that nice arc through the right shoulder and straighten up with your right leg. The arms are going to come around the front, right hand to the right wrist, circle your left arm forward and then straight up to the sky. Yeah, bring your hips underneath you. And then expand in all directions here for your Trikonasana. Left arm sweeps down to the middle of the mat. Turn your left toes out. Use your hands. Bend your left knee. Flex your right foot. Left fingertips tent at the front. Inhale the right arm up. Find, if you're able, around the left leg. And then pick yourself up. Use your hands. Use your pelvic floor. The left knee is already kind of making contact with the back of the left arm. Just move your left foot behind the wrist. Make sure the hands are shoulder width. It's almost like you're in a low lunge, but up on the ball of the left foot. Now kick your right leg forward around the upper right arm. So it's Ekapada Bakasana. Variation 1. Maybe send your left leg back and your chest forward for Kundalini 2. Yeah, it's definitely an exercise in physics. It's like faith in physics. Child's pose. Take a seat on your shins and stretch your wrists. It's very wristy for sure. So a few little circles. Yeah, so you literally have to thrust your chest and face forward past your hands to shoot the back leg behind you to transition into Kundalini. All right, so fingertips to the back of the mat, float the front body up to reset, and then lower your hips. Come out to all fours, downward loving dog. Rise to the balls of the feet, bend the knees, gaze forward, step or float to the top. Inhale to a flat back, and exhale, take a deep bow. Come through Utkatasana, bend the knees as you hook your thumbs, then bend the elbows and reach your fingertips down between your shoulder blades. You're going to come over the top of your head and take your left knee in your hands. Roll the shoulders back, lean back for a breath. So it kind of has the feeling of a crescent moon, you're just standing upright. And then set yourself back on top, tree pose. Rotate the left knee out. Bring your hands to prayer. Hook your thumbs, take it high. Long tailbone, lifting the ribs off the hips. Bend the elbows, glance up. Oh, that's a feeling. Here you go. You're going to go wide open to the left. Ardha Chandrasana. Ooh, maybe you just pause and balance. Certainly possible. Half moon in the house. When you step back to peaceful, grab a hold of your right wrist and swing it back. Oh yeah. There we go. Now take your right arm under your right leg. Under. Right hand on the outside of the right foot. Take your left hand on your hip here. Pick up your right heel. Lift your left arm up. This is tricky. Extend your right leg forward. It's a variation of Vishvamitrasana. See if you can reach through your right heel and float the right leg up. It's like triangle pose on steroids. On your way out, lizard pose emergency. Tuck your left toes and bring your knee down here. Really good. Come onto your forearms. Interlace your hands, relax your face. Maybe a little horse breath here would be nice. You could spin out to the pinky toe edge of the right foot if that's safe for your ankle. Walk yourself up, darlings. Come up onto your hands. Tuck your left toes. Lift your left knee. So hands right under the shoulders. Lift Uddiyana Bandha. Right leg high. Handstand practice. Just play with it. We'll meet with the feet at the top of the mat. And inhale to a flat back. And fold into your legs. So it's just a playful handstand practice. Not to attach to the results there. Utkatasana. Bend the elbows, get a glance upwards. Now over the top, bring your right knee in, catch it. Roll the shoulders back. Knit the shoulder blades together on your back. Take it into a little back bend. And then stand up straight for your tree. Pull together at the heart. Hook the thumbs, take it up. Bend the elbows, lift your gaze. I feel like I like this variation in tree because I'm almost more in touch with how important my core connection is. Like it has to fire, otherwise you fall apart. Now we're looping open to the right, and traveling very slowly, hanging on the horizon line into your Ardha Chandrasana. You can bring your hand down or not, or maybe you have to crack the left knee bit slightly. One side can be really different than the other. Mine is definitely. And then when we come back through a peaceful, take a hold of the left wrist and put on the brakes. Yeah. Great. Your left arm is going to go under your left leg, left hand to the outside of the left foot. Now pick up your left heel. This is weird. So the left leg is sort of draped over the back of the left arm. That becomes the balance point. As you send your hips back, you straighten your left leg out. And try to float the left foot up. Major oblique powers. And then lizard, tuck the right toes and widen your left foot as you lower the right knee. Yeah, it's nice to come down. gotta get out of it somehow, right? So take a little rest in your lizard, turning the left knee out to the side even more, working that deep external rotation in the left hip socket, and rolling onto the pinky toe edge of the left foot. Starman has a very funny little meow. And climb up onto your hands. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Walk your hands back onto your shoulders and pick up the bandhas here. The left leg's going up. See if you can float the hips up over the shoulders. Handstand or something. Meeting at the top of the mat. Take a bow. Utkatasana, yogis. Bend the elbows, straighten your legs this time and look up. Now take your arms wide. Interlace your hands. We're still going. Step your right leg back. Widen your left foot a little bit. So pyramid stance. Inhale, lift your chest. Come forward over your left leg. The arms spill overhead. Guide the hips in. Melt your way over the left. Big breathing here. Lift the thighs. Yeah, so engage your quads and see if the kneecaps can sort of perk up. Now take your fingertips down to the mat. Flex your left foot, dig into your left heel. We've been pivoting around the mat. We're going to do that here too, just a little shorter stance. Swivel your left toes all the way in, pick up your right toes at the back of the mat. So just turn to the back of the mat. Now seated spinal twist, left leg crosses behind the right. You're going to face back to the front. You can hook the left arm over the right thigh and close your eyes. Tap back into the third eye space. Full deep breathing. Counter twist to your left. You're just going to catch your right heel with your right hand. Take your right leg out to the front of the mat and lift. So this is like a friendly compass shape. It's wide open. Some of you might feel inclined to take a full compass, but let's all try bringing the foot toward the third eye first, like a Tarasana, but upright. And crawl under your right leg if you're able. We've been doing a lot of side bending, a lot of hip opening, a lot of shoulder opening. So I think we're in a good place for this. You can also use a strap around your right foot. So you can take the strap in your left hand. This is a really great variation. And then you end up getting that same kind of a shoulder opening out of the left shoulder, lats, ribs that we've been working with our variation in peaceful. You know, it's sort of familiar, this shape. So Surya Yantrasana, darlings. On the way out, take your right foot forward. Take your left knee down. This is weird. Shift your way forward into half splits. So you're just kind of crawling around. Left knee down, right leg forward. Ardha Hanumanasana. You could use your blocks and move into a fuller Hanuman. So Hanuman of your choice. So we're getting into the hips in every which way. Every way possible. Take a breath there. Chin up, people. Now we'll move into a wide knee child's pose to bring ourselves a little comfort. So third eye to the ground if you can. Rock and sway right to left. And take it around to the left side. Come up to all fours, breathing in, downward dog. Step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deep bow. Come up your chair. Inhaling. Straighten the legs, but bend through the elbows. Now, open your arms wide like wings. Take the awkward index finger on top to interlace your hands. Your left leg stepping back. Widen your right foot slightly. Steer the hips straight ahead. Lift the frontal hip points. Inhaling. Strong navel center. So you're not dumping into the low back, right? Most low back issues directly related to the checking out of the core. Sleepy abdominal support, yeah. Try to draw the left ribs and shoulder forward as you guide the right hip back. Take another breath. Hands come down. Flex the right foot, dig into your heel. Swivel on your heels to the back of the mat. Right shin crosses behind the left. Ardha Matsyendrasana, facing the front of the mat. Close your eyes and breathe. Unravel to your right side. Take a hold of the left heel. And then swing your left leg open to the side. Lift it up, folks. Lift on up. Rise up. There we go. Now take your left foot in front of the third eye for a moment. And then you can grab your strap again, put it around your foot. Even if you don't normally need a strap, this could feel really good today. I love the extra feeling experience here in the right lats. On this side. Surya Yantrasana. Compass. You can set the strap aside. Release your left leg out in front of you. Here's the thing, you're in this open place. You've got to rotate your right knee around, like Ardha Virasana, and then help yourself up. For your splits, your half splits, or your full splits, slide your left heel past the edge of the mat, grab your blocks, or prop yourself up on your fingertips. Oh, Hanuman. In service. Chin up, throat open. Tip on back into your wide knee child's pose. Big breaths. We've done all the shoulder opening, all the hip opening. If you want to use your strap as a sort of a brace for the forearms, you could. We're going to try forearm stand here. So you could make a loop with your strap as wide as your shoulders are. You don't have to do this, but it's nice. wrapping around the upper arm bones, right at the elbows, just barely above the elbows, so that your elbows stay shoulder width. So give yourself a little more support, stability. You can totally go over to the wall right now, yogis. That might be the thing to do if you're not comfortable in the center, okay? I mean, I wish I could be there in your home with you to make sure you don't fall over, but I can't. So if it's safer for you to be at the wall, please go to the wall. Yeah. I would love to just hop right through the Zoom into your apartment and spot you right now. So for those of you that are comfortable in form stand, I'm just going to demonstrate what might be happening here. So you can come up into your dolphin shape. Lift one leg up. So the hamstrings are open. I would hope so. See if you can hip up and bend one knee. So we're doing like a little jackknife stitch. So the right knee in this case is pulling in toward my chest as my left leg goes over the top. Now I'm going to try switching my legs. I'm going to bend my left leg and straighten my right leg. And then I can thread my focus through. So I'm playing with this. There are two sides also, so you're going to want to come down, rest, and then do the other side. So this is the advanced exploration today. You could also just be straight up and down at the wall, okay? Depends on where we're at with this pose, yeah? So I'm going to switch sides now. I'm going to take my right leg up first and bend my left knee into my chest and start to tip into my sort of horizontal orientation, and then try alternating. So one leg's almost doing a scorpion. Woo! Kind of like a Halloween variation. Yeah, when you, oh, there we go. David's, he's going up. He's going up. Yes, great, Tina. Totes, Tina. There she goes. Cute. Fun stuff. We're gonna meet in camel pose. Crazy. So you can, yeah, Tina. Come on, Maria, you got this, girl. Meeting in camel pose when you're feeling ready. So you can tuck the toes and hook the thumbs and lift up. And then bend the elbows and lean back on your shins, just like we did through the whole flow. So yeah, so you are up on the shins and you could rest your head on your forearms there for a moment. And then see about opening wide like we've been doing. Maybe the hands come to the hips, maybe they go direct to the heels. Yeah, so big old camel pose, Ustrasana. Yeah, take it slow, move with control. Super. Beautiful. Come back out and sit on your shins for a moment with your eyes closed. Take a breath. Feel the feels again. So let yourself come back to a neutral spine, neutral mind. Gorgeous. And come out of it just easy, like take your hips over to one side, swing your legs out in front of you. Let's lift up for altar pose. Offer it up there. Lion's breath, stick your tongue out. And then come down with your knees bent. You're going to take your strap again. I'm really using this strap today. And take it around your right foot. Hook it around your right foot, darlings. Left foot's going to stay on the mat. The knee is bent through the left leg. Scoot your shoulder blades together. Draw the leg close-ish without losing the alignment of your hips. So I want the pelvic bones to be absolutely balanced on the mat. Take a big breath. Now your left hand's going to go around both ends of the strap as high as you can. Use your right thumb at the root of the right thigh. Guide it down. So I'm plugging my right leg bone down. Now just take your right leg across the midline. Oh my God. So it's a little IT band opening. Right there. So we did not get into the leg in this direction. So gotta go there for completion. So drag it across to the left. Ooh, guiding the right hip down with your hand. Now just bend the knees and reach your right hand for your left foot, your left hand for your right foot, reclining Gomukhasana. Just walk right to left there. Ooh, swirl it around a bit, rolling through the low back. And then switch your leg so the right leg points up. You still got the strap there. Just take your left foot up into the strap and replace it. Right foot. Super lazy style. Yeah. Even out your hips, draw the left leg in close, shoulder blades drawing down the back. It's nice to get organized here. Take the right hand around both ends of the strap really high. Left thumb hooks around the top of the left femur bone, right at the top. Drag the left leg across the midline into extreme adduction, abduction. To keep your sacrum on the ground. Big breaths in. Cross your left leg over your right leg. So the knees are stacked. Bring your right foot up towards your left hand. We're playing Gomukhasana. Just let the strap go. Happy baby for a quick breath. Hug your knees and shins tightly together. Apanasana, curl in. Try to bring a prayer right to your third eye here. So it's a little seed, a prayer seed. And then Shavasana, everybody. Unravel in all directions. Letting go. wild dream recently, and oddly Leonard Nimoy was like a central character in it, which I thought was super random. But I didn't want to ignore it, so I looked him up when I woke up a little later that morning, and he was actually a really beautiful person, poet, artist, yogi in so many ways. And this is a poem by Leonard Nimoy, Spock. I am convinced that if all mankind could only gather together in one circle, arms on each other's shoulders, and dance, laugh, and cry together, then much of the tension and burden of life would fall away. In the knowledge that we are all children, needing and wanting each other's comfort and understanding. We are all children searching for love. When it comes down to it. And stretch your arms and your legs, darlings. I try to remind myself when I'm having difficulty with people that they're somebody's baby, they're somebody's child. Try to see them through that lens, like see that innocence deep inside. You can come on over to your right side and make your way up to sit. Now take the hands over the heart. You don't even have to make a prayer position, just kind of hold your heart there. All children searching for love. Breathe it in from home. Thank you, yogis. Have an awesome afternoon.